Hi everybody, this is Arnav from Leap Ahead Math. This is the solution to problem 4 for week 16 3D geometry. 5 cubes whose edges measure 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 centimeters respectively are stacked so that each of them, except the largest, rests on top of the next largest one. How many square centimeters of paint are needed to cover the exposed surface of the pile? Include the bottom face of the largest cube. As you can see here, I've drawn a model of what each cube being stacked upon each other might look like, and I've also drawn a table. Let's start with the first column, as our table consists of 3 different columns. The first column is the surface area of the completely visible faces on each cube. The second column is the area of the top face of each cube. And the final column is the totals, which you'll see in a moment. So let's go back to the first column and the first cube, which is red. The surface area of the completely visible faces on the red cube, excluding the top face, is 4. Why? Well, this cube's faces each measure 1 by 1. And excluding the top face, there are 4 completely visible faces. So when you multiply these, you get 4. Now on to the second cube, which is orange. Each face on this cube measures 2 by 2, and there are 4 completely visible faces. When you multiply these two, you get 16. On to the third cube. Each face on this cube measures 3 by 3. And there are 4 completely visible faces. When you multiply these, you get 36. On to the fourth cube. Each face on this cube measures 4 by 4. And there are 4 completely visible faces. So when you multiply these, you get 64. And the final cube. On this cube, there are 5 completely visible faces, because remember, we have to count the bottom face. Each face of this cube measures 5 by 5. And when you multiply this, you get 125. Now let's go to the area of the top face of each cube. For the first cube, the area of the top face is 1 by 1, which equals 1. The second cube's area is the area of the face, which is 2 by 2, or 4, minus the area of the previous cube's bottom face, which is 1. So this would be 4 minus 1, or 3. We have to do the same thing for each of the following cubes. So let's go to the next cube. This cube has an area, well, each face has an area of 9. And the previous cube, the bottom face, has an area of 4. So you have to subtract these two numbers, and you get 5. Now on to the fourth cube. This cube, for each face, the area is 4 by 4, or 16. And the area of the bottom face of the previous cube is 9. So you have to subtract these two numbers to get 7. On to the final cube. This cube has, well, each face has an area of 5 by 5, or 25. And the bottom face of the previous cube measures 4 by 4, which is 16. So we subtract these to get 9. Now we need to sum up the totals. So 4 plus 1 equals 5. 16 plus 3 equals 19. 36 plus 5 equals 41. 64 plus 7 equals 71. And 125 plus 9 equals 134. As you can see here on the rightmost side, we have the totals. And when you add these up, you get 270.